welcome back to my channel. So you saw in my title that I'm going to talk about protein and whole grains today. It's going to be an interesting topic to talk about, but bear with me. I have been biting my inside lip throughout the week in my sleep, and so it hurts really bad. So if I talk funny, that's why. Anyway, I'm not really going to go into too much detail about protein because I talked about that a lot in my egg video, and I will link that video down below if you would like to see all the information that I talked about then. But just kind of an overview, protein helps repair your tissues in your body. Some great sources of protein are eggs, chicken, and chickpeas. So secondly, there is whole grains, and there are so many health benefits to eating whole grains. Whole grains are so awesome, and whole grains include things like rice, popcorn, quinoa, whole wheat bread, things like that. So some of the health benefits, of course, we all know the Cheerios campaign with whole grains help lower your cholesterol, and it can lower the rate of having heart disease. Whole grains can also help you lose weight. The fiber in whole grains can help clean you out, but of course, like with anything, just eating one particular thing over and over again is not going to help you lose weight. There needs to be several things happening in order for you to meet your goals. You just want to get bread that has more whole grains in it. You need to look at the label because sometimes, no, not sometimes, most times, companies will put a label on bread or whatever product that they're trying to sell, and they want that product to sell, so they will try to put a label on there that will make you buy the product. So with that, that means that many companies will put wheat onto the label for bread, and it'll look dark like wheat bread, but you need to read the labels. If the label says enriched white flour as one of the first ingredients, and then say molasses or brown sugar as one of the next ingredients, then most likely that bread is just white bread with coloring. They use the brown sugar or they use the molasses to make it look like wheat bread, but it's still just white flour. Molasses and brown sugar are obviously added sweeteners that are not necessary for bread eating. Like, you don't need molasses in order to have good bread. That's not to say that bread shouldn't have zero sugar, because in order for the yeast to be activated, the yeast needs to feed off of some kind of sweetener, sugar or honey. Anyways, when you're looking for whole grain bread or whole wheat bread, you need to make sure that the bread actually says on the ingredients that it's made from 100% whole wheat flour. And the reason for that, the reason why you would want to look for that is, yes, white bread is enriched with vitamins and minerals, but not using the important parts, the hull and the wheat germ, which are like the outer coverings to the wheat berry. The outer parts of the wheat berry are the most important parts of the wheat. And when you take those things out, you just have the non-nutritious parts that they will grind up and make into flour. And then sometimes they will go ahead and bleach the flour to make it look even more white. And then they'll add some B vitamins and other ingredients that they think is necessary or good or whatever. But the germ has fiber in it, and you're not getting the fiber in white bread that you would in, say, in whole wheat bread. I think it's important to go with more whole grains just for the very fact that there are better nutrients in those particular products. Of course, it's not easy. I remember when my mom was trying to get us to go from white spaghetti to whole wheat spaghetti, it was awful. As a little kid, you think that things taste horrible and, you know, there's no way you could possibly survive. But what my mom did is she would put only a quarter of whole wheat spaghetti in with 3/4 of the amount of white spaghetti. And so she would mix those together, and so there's just a few noodles here, and I remember trying so hard to pick those out. But after a while, she kept adding in more and more whole wheat spaghetti to the point where there was no more white spaghetti. And when you kind of introduce it like that, if you're used to the white products, then it's kind of a slow invasion to where it's not like cold turkey went from white bread to whole wheat bread. That way, it's not a huge taste bud shock to you. And another thing that I forgot, when you eat whole grain products, you will feel more full. Whole grains are more dense, so when you eat them, you don't have to eat as much and you'll feel much more full. Whereas with white bread and white flour products, you're going to still be hungry, so you're going to keep wanting to eat, and that can cause overeating. And because those whole grain products are full of nutrients, it just seems to make sense that you would want to add whole grains to your diet. And it is difficult, but slowly incrementing things into your diet to make that change can be a huge difference for you in weight loss and being healthy and maintaining a healthy diet. Anyway, that's all I have to share for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, click like and comment if you have any questions for me, or if you have any ideas that you would like for me to film in the future. I would love to hear those ideas, and I would love to film them if I can. Anyways, I hope you have a great day, and I hope this was encouraging to you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!